Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Open Minds to Open Hands. This is raw, uncut version of our live stream. My name is Coach Eve. I'm a positive mindset coach, clinical hypnotherapist, a warrior who walked through fire, and I'm here to help you to rise with me. Today, I have an amazing special guest. This is her first time on our show, Smoenjala. Please, my beautiful viewers, welcome, Smoenjala. How are you today? Welcome to our show.
Thank you. I'm very fine. And I'm very excited on your birthday to be here.
Yes, well, today it is a special day, a special day because it is my birthday, and not just because of my birthday, but energetically today, 26/26, is a significant day. We're going to talk about it as well. So let me introduce you to my beautiful viewers, my dear friend Smoenjala. I know her, gosh, for decades now, since I'm a little child. She knows me, she knows my background, so we go far, far back. So Smoenjala is a visionary artist and a spiritual healer dedicated to spreading universal love through her worldwide art project, Peace and Harmony. Her journey, known as the Journey of Inner Peace, involves anchoring and strengthening love across the planet. Through her Golden Life 3 project, she creates a network, a golden light that works together with the trees and powerful places. She is an energy sound therapist, a pioneer in the New Age quantum healing art. In every moment, Smoenjala remains in a divine presence, humbly acknowledging herself as a tool of the divine. So, Smoenjala, tell us how you feeling today.
Well, thank you. I'm very fine and I'm looking forward for our podcast with all my heart.
Thank you, thank you. So my first question to you is, how is your spiritual journey started? Can you please share with us and with our viewers? That is a great story I want to know.
Well, it's quite a long story, but I try to make it short. I actually started with my birth, and well, it starts always with our birth. But as we know that many light workers, many people, they have that call, they have that seed in themselves to serve the humanity, to serve the ascension. We all, the most we have all kind of difficult birth or a difficult childhood or difficult life even, because this is all a part of the teaching of the part of it. And so that started with a very hard birth. We almost died both of with my mother, and but on the end it went well everything. And I can remember when I was about 3, it started already that kind of conscious, like memory or awareness about I am not that body. Uh, Before 3, it's just normal that everything it is as it is in your child soul world. But up 3, I remember the first time when some old ladies were kind of not nice to me. And I remember that I asked myself, it was so horrible, those energies. And I asked myself, what am I doing here? And I asked myself what I'm doing here on the planet. And that was like the start. And later, I was about 5. I had a lot of attack of archons, or you can call it demons. Depends. They have many different names, and that was my first, actually my first light fight in that sense, because, and I think this is a very crucial point and a good message for all the people. Uh, you cannot start never too early or too late. Just start it, and because they really were attacking me, and it doesn't matter. I noticed that I can see. I can close my eyes. I could see them. I opened my eyes and see them, but they were not physical. And they attacking me and getting more and more and more. And like about a year, I couldn't sleep. I didn't want to go to sleep because they were attacking immediately. I went into the bed, and this kind of making yourself smaller because you're really freaked out. And all of a sudden, and that's the point. As a small child, it was so much I couldn't take anymore. And all of a sudden, I went like, enough, with such a power from the inside, from that purity. And then I noticed, wow, oh, they cannot touch me. They never touched me. They just try to make fears, to generate fears. And they had success for a while. But then I noticed as a little child, oh, they cannot touch me. Oh, I'm the boss here. And all of a sudden, then it's changed something. I said, okay, so if that works, I can get rid of them. And then I was happy to go in the bed in the evening when they came, and I say, go, you have to go. And each time they were more far away, they were less. And all of a sudden, like about 3 weeks, I did that. And the last two, three were just like being a little bit confused. And then they just went away. And they never came back in my childhood. But that was the first conscious moment about darkness and about the power of your inner light. How to change, and this is exactly that inner compass. Of course, I didn't have that continually. I didn't have that all the time. That was the start in me that later I could connect. Because again and again, when all the darkness was attacking, I remembered that. And that helped me over and over. And I could bring my inner light up. Of course, this is a long, long path, but that was actually the start. And of course, when you getting more in, you go teenager, you will, yeah, so you come more adult. A certain point, you see that you're so different, and you were always so different. In the kindergarten, children, they mobbed you. In the school, they mobbed you. Doesn't matter. I was just sitting there very calm. I was a very calm child. More, actually, more just looking around and making drawings and these kind of things. And they didn't let me sit. They were mobbing, and at a certain point, I didn't understand. But I am different, and I had to accept to come to that point that being different is not bad. It is just the way it is, and you have that path, and you have that job in the world, and there is something different. But that took, of course, a few years, because when you're a teenager, you go in that experiences to be a teenager. And but I could never forget. I always felt and always had these kind of experiences of the third eye is open. I could see some things, but it was so natural for me that I even didn't know that this is it's not normal. So this is how I went, and a certain point, uh, I grew up in a artist family, and I learned, like, since I was 5 years old. My father was teaching me to paint and to do all these things, not playing with other children, like really working hard. And this is how then it starts. That on a certain point, I didn't want to do anything with spirituality, no art, no nothing. I just wanted my peace. But then it came again and again, the turn. And it was a turning point that was very significant. Um, those 28 days of the process of my father was passing away. And that made me conscious and conscious because every day it was like mm, being in parallel realities. One is here, the 3D, and functioning and going to the doctors and doing the things. And the other thing, with his soul, I was in a journey all the time. I didn't sleep 28 days. You don't believe me. I didn't sleep 28 days. I was with him in another dimension. And the moment he passed away, uh, I was like sleeping in for half an hour or something. And that was on purpose. That was a help that I am not keeping the control anymore to keep him. And then an energy just grabbed me here, set me up in the bed, and looking up on the clock, and I knew what happened. My mother was next to him in the hospital. She called me 10 minutes later. And
Wow.
I had no thought, no nothing. She said, What happened?" And I said, "I know." She said, "At 7 o'clock in the morning." "I know." She said, how do you know?" "I don't know. I know." And that's the point when you know something out of the consciousness. Your mind says error. Your mind is empty, and you know it 100%. And that was that turning point when I said he was teaching actually every moment, every step. It was amazing soul.
Wow.
And and then I understood something and I said, okay, he wanted the soul of him to help me to turn back to my spiritual task, to my path. And I made it because that was that turning point where I felt, oh, if that is possible, what I went through with him now, 28 days, there must be more behind. And I want to go for it. So that was the next change. And then, of course, I did my life for very many years in all kind of things with art and all kind of things. And
That's my next question because you have an exclusive spiritual project. But before we go there, I would like to acknowledge our viewers, Krista from Canada, Cindy from the USA. Thank you so much for being here. We have uh, couple of chats coming on. Krista says, "Wow, what a great insights already." Cindy, wish me a happy birthday. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you for being here. We have a couple more people. The only way we can see you if you connect with us and send us some private live chats and be able to see your comments here. Wow, what a beautiful story. What a beautiful story. Thank you for sharing that with us. So let's go back to the exclusive spiritual project what you have created, the Golden Life 3 Worldwide Healing Art for Peace and Harmony. Can you tell us how this project was born?
yes, but before, I would like to say a little bit more about my spiritual journey because the healing art, that very special healing art, it is the next turning point of my life, and that made the basic for that.
Please,
So,
please do share. The stage is yours.
okay. So what happened then next with 30, 35 or something, I get cancer. I was married in Germany, and I had, yeah, it was a karmic relationship. And I am very thankful for the whole relationship, and I learned a lot, I grew a lot, but I had cancer. And that was really, really that turning point, the next one, because I felt I want to go away. I always had that feeling my whole life, as a child, whatever, in really in older the ages, that I want to go away here. I'm not belonging to here. I'm not from here. I always want to go. I went out of my body many times, and I want to just, run away. But it didn't work out. And then I had cancer, and I understood I was manifesting that cancer because I wanted to escape again from this body, from the planet. It was a very, very strong subconscious feeling there. Because until there, it was a point I needed to accept that I'm here. Because the memory that was always there, I'm not from here. I come from a place with peace, was beauty, and I want to go back. And these memories, I needed to put them there as a beautiful memory to know where you come from, um, and that to accept to be here because we have a task here. That was hard, honestly. And then when I get that cancer, it was really like that. Uh, I get that feeling I want to go and then I want to stay. And they say, you have to decide. You cannot go anymore with two legs, two paths, because they're going to go more and more apart from each other. And you break apart. And here I would say, and this is the point, what I had that time. This is the same point now for the humanity where we are at. Now is for the collective. And the pioneers, they went many, many, many years before on that. And they showed me if you go the old path, the cancer was so aggressive, they say you're not going to stay long. You have to choose consciously. And then they say, okay, when you go there, you accept that you are here and you go and fulfill self care. And I was like, wow, so what now? And I decided to stay. I decided to stay and then I started to work for it. And I didn't make chemotherapy. I didn't make all that common things. I work with homeopathy. I work with meditation. I work with mindsets changing. Uh, and I did a totally diet change. Actually, I changed my life totally. And of course, on the end, I was divorced my husband. That was the total change. It was necessary. And we managed to divorce in love and thankfulness to each other. And that was a very strong work that we are able to manage that. And then I started my path, my spiritual path uh, to grow. That was the next message. Um, I went to a healer because I felt I'm too weak. I cannot manage alone. And someone told me there's a farmer somewhere, a very simple farmer, but he makes amazing healings. And somehow I thought, okay, I have to go there. And he looked at me, he looked at me. He said, well, I cannot heal you, but I have here a chapel. I let this chapel built from people to express my thankfulness for all those healings. I need a painting here. I need a painting of Jesus Christ, one happy one, not suffering one. The heart energy of Jesus. Exactly. Then I painted and painted. I had a struggle because as many people have that. In my mind, that energy of Christ that was connected to the religion. And by painting that painting, I could disconnect from the dogmatics and to really go through this energy as that pure unconditioned love. And I was painting and painting and painting. And I painted that painting, all of a sudden starts to move. The face, I was just painting on the face, and it starts to move. And it's still chilling. It starts to move. In that moment, it was such a big moment. I started to cry and cry and cry. It's just coming out. And I felt now you have to put down the ego of an artist, that perfectionism that has to be, that you want, that you think it's good. If he is alive, I'm not going to paint on his face anymore. He is alive. And that was a moment it's not to express in words. And my husband was outside. I was in my painting in my studio, and some friends were there. They used to it when I'm painting. Don't doesn't matter. They had their fun. And then I brought out that painting. The other ones were in the kitchen, and we were in the living room. And they come back, and each one, and they were not spiritual people. They said, "That was moving. Oh, that moves the hand. Oh, it moves his face." I was like, okay, so I'm not crazy. That started that healing art. And through this painting happened so many things. People came to see, they just ring my bell. They say, oh, I hear about the painting. Can I be with that painting? And I brought them to my studio place, and I let them meditate with the painting. And everybody came out with really deeply touched and beautiful things. And through this painting came the message it is time for you that you start to paint healing paintings. Start to paint now, and you will heal. I was not eating. I was cleaning myself, drinking tea. I was painting and painting and painting. All those paintings, they were uh, uh, different flowers in a very special perspective. And they were my healing remedies. They were my healing remedies. All these paintings from of these flowers, and I made exhibitions in clinics or in all these kind of places where people had psychic problems or psych all kind of things. And they came and they was really interested and they meditated a lot with the paintings and they explained to me what it happened, what they felt, what they saw, and so on. And that was the start of it. That is the start. And of course, I get on my feet again. And then later came the vision about all those paintings. They are glowing, they are giving light energy out. And I had that first painting. That was this angel. That was this angel, the crystal angel, exactly. I had that vision. And it took me 10 years almost to
Wow.
fulfill. Yes, to fulfill. I was carrying in myself. In it. And the gratitude was already there. But to give it a birth, but to give it really a birth, that took me 20 years because I needed to find the materials and to work out new techniques. So now it is like all the paintings are channels. And I never paint out of my head or out of my will. They're all channels. And we have, for example, in UV light, different worlds. It's like holographic worlds are coming out. And these are layers and layers and layers. And when I paint these layers and layers, um, I paint energy layers over each other. And really, if you see a painting like this, it's really like moving the surface, and many people have all those experiences. Oh, it's like a ray of light came out and entered in my crown chakra. People came on my exhibitions to meditate every day, to get healing, to get rid of blogs and all these things. So this is how that started. I paint from now over 20 years, paint personal healing paintings for the people. This is their own, it's like a channel for their own, to their own higher self, to their own um, soul. And this is always placing the frequencies. It's connected with the universe, it's connected with Gaia, and it's always bringing up the updated frequency. And it is individual, but also works individual in a way that if someone else is standing in front of the painting, they get also a presence of energy from them personally. It's like I am an individual, but I'm a part of the whole. So this is how these paintings are also working. So they work actually in a quantum level. I had a friend from Denmark. She's a spiritual painter as well and teacher. And she came visiting me on La Gomera, on the island La Gomera in Canarias, where I was living many years. And she saw the painting and she said, congratulations, you managed to paint a crystal light. And this is that crystal angel. And from that was the golden light tree born. That is all the base, because I got this message, and this is also, again, years and years, I let it in and it formed in me. These the golden light tree energy, something, yeah, how found it in all the cultures. And it's actually symbolizing all that what life is. And I went also for a long journey for a few years. And I painted with, I put with plated gold and small paintings because I had a message from Gaia that gold was taken out from Gaia so badly that energetically it needs like the frequency to reproduce gold, because gold in Gaia inside is very, very important for us and for our ascension. So I visited very old trees because they are entities, their beings are very important for us. And some of them, they needed healing or they needed support energetically, but also they um, they showed me, for example, a lot of constipation. Like I went 5 steps with visiting the tree, and we worked together with the tree, different levels. So what level was, for example, I give you an example, when there was a fight or a war or something bad happens in that area, they showed me and they say, okay, we clean this now with this karmic field from here. This is healing on the karmic fields with the trees. And in the meantime, through the roots, it's like our nervous system, through the roots, they're connected. They're all connected. And I could see that. And it was one point when I managed to fulfill with them, to connect, to make this grid of golden light to the roots of the trees, of the old trees. They're amazing. Trees are so just amazing. And they told me stories and showed me a lot of things. And that was, I can remember, that was in Spain, in Vélez, Malaga, where it was a few very big trees, and started by one, and they give the impulse and like then the energy. It's like really like electricity. And then I saw, wow, they made the connection now to all the trees in the world. And since that is flowing, that is working for Gaia, for the humanity. And it's already working in me. It is the next step to make the next level of connection to the higher. connections to the crowns, to the twigs, the next level of energy. So for that, I will go again and work with them. So this is, and of course, I made some events, big exhibitions about uh, these golden life tree um, paintings. They are representing different things. You can see it on my website, which one representing what kind of energy. And yeah, that's why it's actually peace and harmony, because with those words, everybody uh, can go in a connection with it. People that are full of spirituality, they have a connection to peace or to harmony. But actually, peace and harmony is our Buddha nature. And so the people were enjoying that in different ways, and I spread the light and the peace and harmony.
So this is the website, everybody. If would you like to check out the paintings, the beautiful paintings are there on the website. Um, Cindy said all the paintings is beautiful. Krista said she loves the energy, and she said she loves the pictures. They are so beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here and watching us today. I would like to share my testimony. I feel like this testimony is really something what I have to share. One of the pictures what you had in your house, and I never knew you have that picture. I never knew what is the picture is actually saying. I was, as you guys know, I'm in Scotland, and I was home sleeping, and I saw the picture live besides my bed, and I didn't know what's happening. I didn't know what's going on. I didn't know who she is, why she's visiting me, but it was the spitting image. And I tried to describe to Smoenjala, my friend, okay, this is what happened. I had the visitor, and then she's like, okay, just wait a second. Let me show you. Let me introduce you to her. And then you went and you showed me your picture. And as soon as I look at her, and we were on the internet. As soon as I looked at her, she smiled. She smiled on me. And that loving, caring energy, that very high vibration from the divine entered my heart center. It was magical. So you have to believe, because this has happened with me. And I think I have this beautiful picture. May I show it to everybody?
Yes, yes.
Yes, it's this is what I saw, and I couldn't describe it. And then she showed me this picture. I was like, blown away. Something like this. It's possible. We have more chats coming in. Cindy said thank you. Krista said great interview. Well, we are actually coming to the end. I would like to touch bases a little bit about what is the work, what you do, and how you work with your clients. If you can show that or share that for our viewers.
Yes, sure. Um, I say my work is very holistic. And first of all, when I meet a person and I make kind of a diagnosis, it's like a reading, and I see what are the basic issues or the main issues, and I start there. So if someone wants just for one to have some questions and to how can I make that reading, um, I work always out of the purest divine source, channeling down. Uh, of course, I am clairvoyant, and it's an holistic way because I don't work only energetically. It's a work, energetic work, yes. But it's about uh, to raise consciousness, to raise frequencies, and to make people also understand things differently. And also the body. I work on the body level as well. I work if it needs some diet. If someone needs, I get the message, needs some herbs, and I give the herbs. Or sometimes I just channel down healing sounds. And I have also very special instruments. They were like also like crystal balls, but that's not the special one. I have some like like tubes, and it was invented from a German man. It is a friend of mine, and uh, they they have the 13 frequencies of the Mayan calendar, the 13 soul frequencies. So he made it possible to hear, and this in different scales. And this is amazing. This is spheric music. This is really amazing. And I work with that as well in the meditation or in the workshops. But my main goal is in the work to help the people to have a holistic new picture about themselves, about the world, about the happenings, to find their inner compass, to find to their inside, and to be more stabilized in their core, in their own flow. Because to let's say like this, to come out of the fears, to come out of bad habits, to come out of old karmic patterns. So if someone comes to me, then I say, okay, I see this from the childhood, I see this from your past lives, I see maybe your mother, your father, or whatever happens to you, I see some traumatics. And I say, okay, so we can start and clean this out. So what that means, energetically, we enter in this field, and we start to clean this out and to replace with higher frequency information, light informations. And then I teach in the meantime in small meditation. We enter in small meditations. Like I teach the people very easy, very fast, like short time meditations, not to sit for hours, just short time meditation, how they can uh, work on themselves in their everyday. And in the sessions, we are making the exercises first. So I teach them already how to work with it. Look, if we do this, I introduce you. You are in the frequency, you are in the energy. You have now um, like a memory how that feels like in your system, and then you can work with it. So this is the basic. And then I see what kind of themes are coming up, or someone is remanifesting something. Then I see, oh, there needs some more support. So this is very, very complex, and I say holistic. And many people, they have ordered their own soul paintings, own energy paintings, and that helped them a lot, because just to sit in front of the painting, boom, opens up the gate and they get a higher frequency. I have so many stories. This is not the time to tell all these stories, but really so many thankful people, so many stories with these paintings. So that's another possibility, that they can have also the painting, and uh, and they can work with that. And for me, it's very important that I always say to the people, I don't want you to come to me like you go to a psychiatrist for 20 years and not really changing anything. I don't want to take your money. For that you're coming and coming again to me. If you come for a long term with me, you come because we walk together in the growing, in the ascension. And that's a different view. And if someone, sometimes people are moving back and back and recreating, and I see, oh, they don't want to, they are not ready for this level, then I say, well, go and make some other work. And when you are prepared, sometimes I help them to find the right work, what is in the moment for them, the right thing. and then come back if you want when you are ready for that level. And the most of them they come back and they say, thank you, that helped me, but now I can connect you. And this is how I work.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Um, I have last two questions for you before we wrap up. Today it's a very special day. Like we started this podcast, it's my birthday, and energetically, the 26th of the 26th, it is the actually the numbers, and today it is a specific energetic. Movement. Can you please share what it really means today energetically? What is 2626 actually covers?
Well, the different things. Well, this is 2626. This is the portal days. Always these double numbers are portal days. So there's opening a gate, a cosmic gate, where specific energies are flowing. And the numbers, well, if we look 26 of January, so 2026, in numerologically, it's one. Then we have 26, it is 8, 1 and 9. And we have the 1 again, that's 10. That means we have exactly the numbers of the start of the year. It's a new start. So it is like giving more power, more volume to this new start. And astrologically, we have a lot of. I'm not an astrolog. I'm not working person with astrology, but I am looking for those people because I appreciate their works as well. And astrologically, we have very special constellations. Uh, but what I would like to talk about it in this point is that Jupiter is changing sign today for the next 13 years. And what happens here, it's really exactly that point what I was uh, telling about my cancer story. We are now on that point. That new start, you cannot go both directions with both legs. You cannot go a little bit of light, you cannot go anymore a little bit of darkness and in the gray zone. The gray zone is dissolved. And we have very dark or we have light and more light. So the choice what we take in every second is our choice. Where we give our focus, where we are giving the energy of our attention, because we have a lot of extreme constellations. So the darkness, the aggression, the kind of creating wars, mind wars, also energetic wars, emotional wars, whatever, or on the outside, on the surface. But we choose. And this is exactly that what I want to show the people in that workshop we are going to make. Because that how to find that compass, how to find that compass that we stay there and be the middle of a tornado. Doesn't matter what is around. I put my focus there, and I always, and a second, I choose for the light. I choose for the positive. But of course, as long we have a lot of karmic baggage, we have a lot of mindsets and dogmatics in us, and fears, of course. It's very hard to go in that. We can only fall back, really manifest, and that's why I work with people in the way I clean up a lot of things which are blocking, and then I give them the reference feeling, how that feels like when you are there. And then this is we work out and we bringing it up and up and we make exercises, and then they can start to go home and start to work with it. And the point is that what I needed when I had that cancer, to face my truth, to face my shadow, and to face my light. And you won't believe me, people are more afraid to face their light as to face. They used to be shadow. But that beautiful power that the people are carrying in their inside, that beautiful light, that love being, that need to be faced.
Yes.
That the
Yes.
shadow can be healed. And then we can create each one that life, what we are consciously creating. It is the end
Wow.
of victimhood. It is the end of victimhood. We have to be that conscious of it. You feel the energy. I'm speaking energy, not words. Not speaking out of my mind. I'm bringing it down. I'm channeling down. And now everybody who is receptive can feel that energy. You see, there is no fear. You feel safe. You feel secure. You feel carried, abandoned.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for being here with us. It was a true pleasure. So stay tuned because we're going to actually create a series on this topic, how to find your energetic compass. And I'm so pleased to let you know the pre-registrations are open. Limited spaces are because of high demand. She's coming visiting us in May. It's going to be here in Stonehaven in Scotland. So if you're interested and if you want to be part of it, all you got to do just comment I'm in and I will send you the pre-registration link. Thank you again, my beautiful viewers. See you till next time. Bye.
And thank you for having me, and thank you for all the viewers. They came and shared this time and this energy with us.
Thank you, everyone.